Hey, this is Tony,
And this is Pam.
and welcome to Back to Basics Weight Loss Surgery channel.
This week's topic is about goal setting. Do you set goals for yourself? How do you set those goals for yourself? Do you do New Year's resolutions, or do you just not deal with that? What do you think? Do you got some resolutions this year?
Nope, I don't deal with that. I've done it in the past, but I think
When you were obese?
when I was obese.
Right.
Yeah. When I was heavier, I had all sorts of goals. I was going to lose X amount of pounds. I was going to do this. I was going to do that. And not to say that I've done everything that I think I want to do in my life or anything like that, but I think for the first time in my life, weight loss is not really a goal of mine. It really isn't. I mean, I've got other things in my life that I want to accomplish and get done this year and focus on, but weight loss isn't really one of them. I do want to exercise some more. I sort of fell off on the exercise a little bit there, but
Really?
yeah, just
Really?
a little.
Maybe just a little bit.
But I think, and I said that in some of the other videos, that's really more about feeling strong and feeling tone and that kind of thing than really focus on weight loss. So got about 5 pounds I might want to lose, and I know that many people have a lot more that they want to lose, so it seems like a minuscule amount, and I'm not trying to harp on that too much, but weight loss isn't really one of my goals.
No, it's not. New Year's resolutions, we've all been there, especially when we were obese, and we all set ourselves up for failure because we made ourselves feel less than when we didn't get to those resolutions, because they were not little things for most of us. They were the big, unattainable things, and we never gave ourselves the rules and the tools to get there. So let's talk about goals and how you set goals. Tony and I, as part of our support group, there's an emotional support part of it, and the therapist who runs it had given a workshop on setting SMART goals. And by SMART, we mean specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. What that means is you're not going to say, this year I'm going to start Couch to 5K and I expect to run.
Oh, in my class it was trackable.
Whatever. We're in the same thing. Whatever.
No, at SLU. Sorry.
He's getting off track here. He's trying to just throw me totally off course, which is really nothing new, kids. You can't say I'm going to start Couch to 5K and I expect to run a marathon at the end of the year, because that...
You could.
Let's be realistic.
I'm saying it could happen.
It could happen, and I'm not saying that some of you might not be superstars and be able to do that, but let us be realistic. Those of us who start Couch to 5K do not start off saying I'm going to do Couch to 5K and I'm going to run a marathon by the end of the year. Most of us are going to run a 5K, perhaps an 8K, perhaps even a half. But usually you set your first marathon for down the road after starting Couch to 5K. What they say is most of the time when you write your goals, you should always start them with a positive statement, not a I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that. It should always be in a positive light of things you're going to do, and you should always be very precise. Don't just have a generalization. I am going to lose 5 pounds by February 14th, and this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to track it, and this is why it's relevant to me, or this is how I'm going to reward myself when that happens. You also need to write these down. This is not just something you're going to throw in your head and say, yeah, I'm going to do this. And because if you are not writing them down, you're really not affirming what you're going to do, affirming your goals, putting it out into the universe, drawing that positive energy to you.
And there's no accountability to it either.
Right.
I mean, because at least if you write it down, you are accountable a little bit to yourself to have that list to look back on and say, oh, I promised myself I was going to do this, this, and this. If you just sort of put it in your head, it can just...
And they also say you should set performance goals, not outcome goals. A lot of the times we do this like, I have to be this by this date, instead of focusing on the part of the journey. I want to be able to be doing triceps with 12-pound weights by this date. Not I expect to be doing this or that, or sometimes we blow things up and we make them too bigger. Don't be afraid to set small goals for yourself, but don't also do ones that you know are easily achievable for yourself, because there's no reward in that if you're not pushing yourself to go further and do better. And they have to be realistic, time measured. Don't just say, this year I'm going to XYZ. Set yourself a goal date of when you want to accomplish that. Keep it on a calendar. Track your progress. As Tony said, the more people you tell about it, the better off you'll be. So, there's also...
And that's kind of putting it out in the universe kind of thing, too.
And when you put it out in the universe...
something that you do.
Positive out into the universe, positive comes back. But also, what you can use when you're goal setting is a vision board. Can you see my vision board? We will actually post a link, honey, make sure you link this, to where you can do a vision board online. That's putting it out there for you to see. Action words on your vision board, photographs of things that you want to come into your life, things you need to remind yourself. My big thing is, look at Tony's like, I haven't seen this on me, let me see that. My big thing is confronting my fears. The biggest thing that is in my way is me. All of what's up here. All of what I'm afraid of. So that's my big one, about letting go of all my fears, of what could be, what couldn't be, who I'm pleasing, who I'm not pleasing. So that's a big one. It's all over my board. There's a lot of action words on there for me. About look at this one. Honey, if I wanted you to see it, I would have shown it to you. Now you're all gonna watch his eyebrows raise, right? Look at it. A big one on my board too is about life and balance. That's a big thing for me, is finding balance in everything, finding enough hours in the day to do everything, to please everyone, to get everything accomplished. So yeah, that's a lot of mine. My goals for the year are getting my ass back on track, big time. Yeah, I think we do pretty good in the food aspect of things until the sun goes down and everything goes to hell. Yeah. 9 p.m. ice cream hour.
Controlled portions.
He's controlling his portions. That is Tony's goal in 2013, is to try and not have all my favorite foods in my face, to where I cannot control my portions. Tony's a portion control freak. I am not.
I'm trying to help her out.
He's trying. Really, he is. So that's his goal for 2013 is to help me get my ass back on track. And even if he has to drag me screaming to the gym, he will.
Got video to prove it.
He does. He's not kidding. He pretty much dragged me there.
Not quite like a caveman drag, but
it was like, get your ass and get her where going or else. So.
She bitched and moaned the whole way.
I was fine once I got there.
Sort of.
That's.
Yeah, well, once
He didn't even talk to me once we got there. I was like, I'm doing my thing. Bye-bye. Yeah. So, and I did my thing.
Get in the zone.
Right. Get in the zone. That's what I need to do.
Okay.
And if your needs go by the wayside while I'm doing that, oh wow. You'll just have to live with it, honey. I made dinner for tomorrow. You're good.
Okay.
See? Trying to plan ahead to reach my goals.
With meatless Mondays, I guess. We'll see how that goes.
I'll pull you kicking and screaming to be a vegetarian. We are going to be clean eating this year.
Okay.
And we are going to be doing a lot more family activities that are based around exercise and activity. And like we did yesterday.
We went ice skating. It was fun.
I didn't fall. Ha ha. For all of you who said, you didn't fall on your ass. I didn't. Did I, honey? Did
Nope.
I fall? Nope. Not once.
The wall helped.
I only held the wall in your hand for a little while. And
No,
then I
she
let
did-
go and I remembered, hey, it's just like roller skating. It's
Except it's colder and harder.
It's colder and harder, and there's nothing more than what I hate than wet clothes, and I was bound determined I wasn't going to fall because then I would have wet clothes. So we're going to be a lot more physically active this year than we were this year because it kind of went. We're going to hike like crazy. We're going to try new activities. Another one of Tony's goals is to push me out of my comfort zone. That's his favorite thing to do. He lives for it.
No, not really. I believe that life is an experience.
I did too when I climbed the tree, and then you yelled at me the whole time when you had to save me.
Yeah, because you got stuck. But
I climbed the tree. I got some experience, didn't I?
I think that life is an experience, and I think that as obese people, we spend so much of our time being afraid of everything and having limits put on our lives. Sometimes because of the weight, sometimes because of our emotions, sometimes because of other people. And one of the promises that I made to myself was that I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to do this till the wheels fall off. And it's not so much about, pushing to an extreme or anything, but I think there's a lot of life that to be lived, and a lot of life that I didn't experience, or that I let my fat suit get in the way of. And so that's gone, and I'm doing the damn thing. That's all I have to say. I mean, that's really how I feel. So it's not even so much about making her push her limits, but
He's pulling me with him.
I'm trying to share the experiences that I want to experience with her.
I think that's what we're doing for the boys, though, too, to get them to experience those things and not fear those things in life. None of them had ice skated before yesterday, did they?
Nope.
And they loved it.
Yeah.
Same thing with hiking. When we went hiking, we try to make exercise fun so they don't realize it's exercise. And that's an important thing in getting them out there and being physical.
Because life, Xbox is not a real experience.
Right.
Wii is not a real experience.
Right.
And I think growing up, all of us,
Right.
we're in our
playing our Atari
40s.
and
our parents kicked us outside because
my parents locked us outside.
So I mean that was all you had to do. But nowadays kids don't have that. So we're changing the subject here. No, well not really. It's a goal. It's a goal for getting the kids healthy too, along with us. So.
With childhood obesity being such an epidemic in this country, I think we're making physical fitness for our family absolutely a goal for 2013 to get them outside, get them doing things. If it's hiking, if it's ice skating, if it's riding our bikes. We all now have bikes, so we can ride together. So, yeah, I think it's a big goal for us this year is to make sure not just the two of us are staying physically active, but our entire family is staying physically active and eating the right things and not being sedentary. So that's us. That's what we're doing. We'd love to hear what your goals and how you set your goals are for the coming year and down the line. So make us a response video, share your thoughts with us, and we will see you next week.
And we have a big Back to Basics announcement coming very, very soon.
We do?
Yes, we do. We're going to do the thing we've been talking about.
Oh, we are going to do the thing we're going to talk about.
I'm determined to make that happen in the next 2 weeks.
We are.
I'm putting it out there in the universe. We're going to do something fun.
It's going to be big, and you're going to love it. We promise. So, until then, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.